Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Hades 2, and last time we went back to using the axe, and we also went back to using a very charged attack-centric run, two things that we had not had a lot of success with before, but we did still make it to Kronos. May not have made it to the second phase, and there were still a lot of issues along the way, but given how much of an improvement we made relative to the last time we used this weapon, I think that was still a pretty decent run in that sense. As for this go-round, though, I think, yes, it is the staff, the starting weapon, that is giving us the bonus bones, so I think we'll go with that. We did pick up several new keepsakes, and for what it's worth, the game did just get a patch today, so as you can see, there is now unique artwork for all these things, in addition to several bug fixes, some balance changes, so we'll see what else we happen to notice along the way. But there were a few things in particular that we were eyeing. I think we really wanted to get Aphrodite's keepsake, but that was mostly for the blades. We did also pick up Poseidon's keepsake. I'm thinking that might be a good one to use for the staff. Also, for what it's worth, we did finally use Selene's keepsake, and I'm pretty sure one of the things that got the most buffs from this patch that just came out today was, well, Selene boons. So just barely missed that, unfortunately. But we'll roll with the Poseidon keepsake, I think. We'll try to focus on the knockback because this weapon might not quite have the same amount of AoE as the huge axe swing does, but I think it's next on the list in terms of large AoE, so knockback could give us some nice crowd control. We did unlock some new, or upgrade some new Arcana cards, so that is something that we are hopefully going to benefit from a little bit more. Don't ask me exactly which ones it was, because I know we were thinking about I think it was this.
Concentrate.
Yeah, I think we want to be more consistent with spending magic at the beginning of a room so we can still get some pretty huge damage bonuses from that. Let's see, we've got the pickaxe. Okay, I think we're ready to go then.
I'd best be off.
We are close to getting a bunch more upgrades. Oh, we're starting off with a hammer. Okay, that is very nice. Okay, your dash strike hits larger area, destroys 80% of armor based on the total. We have seen, certainly against mini-bosses, that is really helpful. Charge special, which I honestly don't remember what it does with this weapon, gains a power shot that deals plus 50% damage and restores magic. You can channel plus 30 magic into your special to deal huge damage in a larger area. Apparently we've taken this before because it does not have the scroll next to it. I have to say, I don't remember it, but that plus 300 damage certainly catches my attention. So maybe that is something we want to go with once again here. I mean, 300 is 300, man. Can't really say no to that. Okay, so that's theoretically it. Did I not quite charge that up all the way? Is that just going to hit the barrier? Oh, we didn't have enough magic anyway. We can do this. Okay, so we shall see. I think we'd like to build around that hammer upgrade that we just picked up. And maybe it was not the right use case for it, though. Are we just exclusively going to face these types of dudes? Because they are annoying. Not a huge fan of that. And we also don't have enough magic for that. I mean, we can technically still do it normal. Ooh, hold on. Normal special. Yeah, I know. There we go. I think I saw... I mean, I'm not going to be able to recite every last bit of the patch notes to you, but I thought I remembered seeing that maybe it was specifically in some of the later floors that, that was nice. Some of the crafting materials are like specifically ashes or psyche. It might have been just psyche. You get larger amounts, which is nice. I remember there were several things about certain aspects of the Kronos fight being less unfair. Something along those lines. That was how they phrased it, which I thought was an interesting way to put it. We've been making progress on that front, but it has, of course, been difficult for us to break through and get our very first full-blown Chronos kill. But yeah, the number of things they changed was quite significant, I think. In terms of how significant those changes were, that I'm not quite as sure about. That did not quite do as much damage as I anticipated it would do. Come on. Get rid of you. That's actually not really the one that I wanted. This is more so the one that I wanted. So I think we definitely want to prioritize getting a special boon, a good special boon at that. Okay, we are kinda, sorta, trying to build around Poseidon, and I'm assuming his special gives knockback, because that's kinda his thing. I think we'll go with that, and then we'll potentially look to upgrade it, because we've learned that you can upgrade... Ooh, oh, that was incredibly stupid damage. We've learned that if your keepsake from a god or goddess that gives boons upgrades mid-run, then you are actually allowed to get multiple instances of upgrades from it in that single run. So basically, that is to say, if we do find ourselves using the Poseidon boon, or the Poseidon keepsake very early on, and holding onto it for the rest of the run, we could get a lot of value out of that. Now, in the past, we've used... Hold on, let's see.
Scatter to the winds a bit, my niece. You've heard from those of us upon this mountaintop, but Zeus sent several of his children to take care of things down closer to the base. They're probably just fine.
Okay. I hope you're right. Alright, so... Ooh, no special. Or at least... Doesn't seem like it. Basic attack, obviously, is not a terrible idea. We'd like to get that at some point. Do we deliberately try to save our rarefy option for when we ultimately do see a special boon from him? I mean, I'm not necessarily committed to getting the special from Poseidon himself. So maybe we just do this.
All right.
Ooh. I think the special boon from Aphrodite has a huge damage multiplier, much like her attack boon, but it does require that you're up close, or it has very limited range at least. So it is not the easiest thing to work with, and Poseidon is kind of the opposite, and then he knocks enemies away, so that feels like a bit of an anti-synergy. Mixed feelings about that. I think we might actually go to the shop with 300 coins. We can do some things here. A little bit more than 300 now. Okay, we don't need the healing. We know definitively what we're getting the slice of the palm to upgrade if we take it now. Oh, I will admit, I just glanced at the color of this and assumed that it was Zeus. It is not. It has the... Let's see what it is. We're definitely taking it. Let's see what upgrades we get.
The gold you used to pay for this. Oh, shiny looking, sure, but blasted soft as metal goes. Can't make halfway decent armaments with it, I've tried.
Okay. And if he can't, you know that that's saying something. So special occasionally creates a blast that deals 400 damage in an area. It's been a while since we've taken any Hephaestus boons. Last time we did, we actually had a very successful run with it. It's slow, but it is high damage. My question is, when it comes to the hammer upgrade that we got, where was it? Channeled special deals plus 300% damage. Does that count with the damage here? Like, does this get multiplied by 3? Because if so, that becomes absolutely ginormous, and we should without a doubt take it. But since it has the whole delayed effect, it makes me wonder if that actually is still affected by the hammer. Oh wait, hold on. Damage you take during your attacks or specials are stronger if they hit. If you take damage during your attack or specials... Oh. I'll be honest. Both of these sound good. I mean, once again, if this counts for what is already 300% multiplier, then that's a big deal. So... This is higher rarity. This feels... The basic special upgrade, though, is probably more common. I think we still take this, to be honest with you, even if it is slightly lower rarity.
My silver.
Then we do this, and we might even want that to be the thing that gets upgraded. And I think it was. Okay, so plus 125% damage. Get a little bit more gold while we're at it. Emphasis on the word little. So, obviously we don't really want to make a point of taking damage when we do it, but since we are charging up our special, it does take time to activate it, and therefore it is certainly possible.
Yes.
But that was also the wrong one. Okay, and that was also the wrong place to stand, for sure. Okay, because I'll be honest, the damage is not that high right now. Oh my god. Oh, there's you two. Right. Let's get rid of you. I think there's another... What? Okay, well, it was something coming from you, which is why I want to get rid of you. Now we can focus on the big guy. He's going to do a big swing. Now we do this. Okay. Sloppy. Smash. So bad. So bad. So, what I was starting to say earlier, before we took the Poseidon boon, was that we had previously been making a point of taking Arachne's keepsake on the first floor, which has been useful because it gives us an extra buffer where even if we do take some silly damage, we're not really concerned about blowing through a Death Defiance on the first floor. But in the previous run, we did not do that. In this run, obviously, we didn't either. So it's a little bit of a riskier approach, but it does have better long-term prospects because we can potentially upgrade more boons like we did before. So we'll see if that pays off. That is hopefully going to be something that as we upgrade some of our Arcana to get better defensively and hopefully get better overall mechanically with our fighting, we take less silly damage and therefore we can afford to take those types of risks, although maybe not off to the best start here.
Seasons are a never-ending cycle of decay and renewal. Though there are such times when the seasons assert themselves much more fiercely than usual. Times such as now.
Okay. It's a very high rarity sprint. Cyclone, which slows enemies. Deals a little bit of damage, but I just feel like in general the sprint is not the best thing to prioritize super high level, super high rarity for, because the damage, I think, is the thing that improves, and that's just not going to make that much of a difference. I mean, yeah, it's 8 damage every 0.25 seconds, and so maybe that starts to add up somewhat quickly. Can restore some magic. We are spending a lot, so there is something to be said for that. Create a Cyclone at the Binding Circle, which deals damage over time. It's the same amount of damage as the Sprint, though in this case it's coming from the cast, which is probably better. Well, you can make a case for either, I guess. I'll be honest, I might be leaning toward this, just because we are planning to spend a lot of magic.
Continues undeterred.
Oh. I did hear Malinui was, for some reason, asking Homer if he was taking note about that encounter. Okay, so I did deliberately go into that mini-boss fight because I was anticipating that we might be able to get something good out of it, rather than... The other option was Selene, which, for what it's worth, was also certainly worth considering because, once again, we are expecting we will spend a considerable amount of magic. And that does, as we saw in the previous run, does make it easier to benefit from those Selene boons. We had, without a doubt, our most aggressive Selene-oriented run last time. But there you see the area potential, crowd control potential, especially if we hit the first enemy with our attack, is pretty huge. I think we were completely out of keepsake, or rather, nectars before, so not a bad idea to get more there, and we could potentially even gift to Chaos. So it is early enough in the run that getting a Chaos boon has a lot of time to pay off. The downside is we're currently on 38 health. We will take 14 damage upon walking in here, and whatever Chaos boon we take might make us more likely to take damage. Very likely will. And we are close enough now to the boss fight with Hecate that is probably going to be something we're going to have to deal with for the Hecate fight, and that is not necessarily an easy thing to deal with. The alternative is Palm, which it's a full Palm, so we get to choose what we upgrade. And we might go for the attack, so we've already upgraded this once, and we start to get some diminishing returns. Or Aphrodite, as I said, I just feel like is not the most fitting for what we're trying to set up for this run. Alright, I'm gonna do it. It's definitely a bad idea. Like, this is... I'm very surprised that I'm choosing to do this, because usually I would be much more risk-averse than this. But I'm gonna take a chance and basically just cross my fingers that we're gonna get either a mini shop for healing, or the full-blown shop with the option to heal.
Within the silence of the infinite abyss lies infinite possibility. The limitless and unseen building blocks of all that has ever been conceived, and all that shall ever be.
Because that is what Chaos created.
It's really quite a lot.
Which is sometimes easy to forget. I'll be honest, I am tempted to gift to Chaos here, and that is one of the reasons why I did choose to go down here. You know what? Let's do it.
If you'll permit me, almighty Chaos, I wish you to have this gift of nectar, in accordance with my family's custom among relatives and friends. None of this would have been possible if not for you.
Because I think we have at least all the high priority gods and goddesses that we really wanted to get the keepsake from. You know, maybe Apollo might be one worth considering. The other ones, I feel like I just don't have a strong enough opinion about them yet. So, starting to open up to gifting nectar and getting the keepsakes from other... I mean, I guess this technically is someone who gives us boons. But other NPCs as well. Okay. Oh.
Whatever this is.
Oh, that's
truly
disturbing. Alright, so Chaos did exist in Hades 1, and we have gotten some keepsakes from people who existed in Hades 1 as well. Mostly the gods and goddesses who gave boons, and so unsurprisingly the effects of those boons were very similar. Skelly also existed in, or functionally existed in Hades 1, and did give functionally the same keepsake, so I am kind of curious to see if that is also the case for Chaos's, but I don't remember what Chaos's keepsake did in Hades 1, so I don't know.
In retrospect, I ought not have permitted Kronos to speak with me, but he was persuasive. I still do not fully understand how you communicate. What you say is not always what you mean, and your intentions may be carefully veiled, so I pay closer notice now.
I am kind of surprised that Chaos was so easily fooled. If anything, I would think Chaos would be the one doing the fooling. Okay, so we need to be extremely careful here when it comes to what we choose to take, because we are already on low health, and whatever this is probably going to be active during the Hecate fight. Next 3 encounters, each time you charge moves, get hit for 6 health. Afterward, we restore 10 health every time we exit a location. I mean, we have to spam the attack button and basically nothing else, and one of the best things we have going for us is a hammer upgrade that is all about charging our special, so that does hurt, but maybe we can lean more on this Poseidon boon, and we did just, well, we did not take the cast boon from Demeter. We took the thing that is also based around charging our stuff, so that would be a little painful. You have 120 seconds to clear 2 encounters, or get minus 500 health, so functionally you die. Afterward, your attack deals plus 71% damage, so I am no clear speed specialist. But that is tempting. The next 4 encounters, each time you charge moves, get hit for even more damage. Afterward, our sprint is faster. I mean, I like the upside of this more, especially given how low our health is. I mean, that upside is definitely the highest. I don't recall ever seeing this type of downside from Chaos Boons in Hades 1, so I am kind of terrified of it from that standpoint. Oh, also... Oh, wait. No, we can't do this. If this is active during the Hecate fight, there's no way we are beating one other room and a Hecate boss fight in 2 minutes. That's... yeah. If we had gotten this on, like, the first room, and we had really basic enemies, then maybe with the next 2 encounters, maybe we could do it, but on second thought, no, this is a death sentence. So I guess we're doing this, and we just aren't charging anything for a while.
Be manageable.
Okay, I think we go Psyche just because we're kind of close to getting Grasp upgrade. Okay, so no charging. No charging. What's going on? Why is the music different? Is it just me, or is the music different? Am I making this up? I'll be honest. At first, I thought this was going to be a Nemesis encounter. Okay, and also watch it be that there actually are 2 normal encounters before we see Hecate, in which case maybe it would have been possible, but I don't know, I think we can't act on that assumption right now. Or we can't, what's in the past is in the past at this point. Okay, don't get trapped there, though. We can still sprint, which is holding the button down. It's technically not a charge, though. Okay, there are multiple phases to this room. So that would have obviously slowed us down a bit. Please don't do that. Okay, there is a dude to compel as well. I would think that theoretical timer that would have activated had we taken that Chaos Boon would have only been a thing for the actual fighting portion of these rooms, not the whole mining and shade compelling part. But again, I'm not entirely sure, because we obviously have not taken one of those Chaos Boons yet. I think we have to take healthier, even if we are kind of trying to do more magic stuff. I mean, we still have 116 magic. Huh? I don't remember taking anything to... Did we get a magic increasing room early on? Maybe we did, and we just didn't have a choice. I don't remember consciously going that route. And it does turn out, of course, as we now see, that there were 2 normal rooms. So maybe it would have been safe to have gone for the super risky Chaos Boon. I mean, we're going for at the moment at least, going for more special rather than attack stuff. It's early enough that we could obviously pivot, but that's maybe the comfort we take in not having taken what would have otherwise been a very intriguing option. As I said, past is in the past at this point. Nothing we can do to change it, but it is good to know that that is a thing that exists. Because there certainly have been other runs in which we very much made the attack the centerpiece. Okay, this is going to be the last room for the boss fight. We've been to a few shops, but yeah, I think we want this one because we still would like some healing. That for a little more coinage.
It's Charon.
Oh, we can chat? Okay.
It's reassuring to know Artemis has been keeping track of things around here lately, my lord. She seems unusually well supplied as well. Oh, I won't tell a soul.
Oh, they're working together, huh? Okay, so no healing, which was kinda one of the main things we were looking for. We do have extra healing from the Chaos Boon once we finish the boss fight, at least. So it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to not blow through a Death Defiance on that boss fight, but we'll try to play it safe. So I think this, we're probably thinking mostly short term.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Cast, repeatedly deal damage in an area, inflict freeze, not bad. Sprint forms a cyclone, charge cast, deals bonus damage, follows you, even as you start to channel it. I mean, obviously we can't use that right now when we have the Chaos Boon yet to evolve, though that is tempting. It's the special boon that we are still waiting on. We did not get one here. This is really tempting. Or do we just say, you know what, we really want to be using basically all of our magic for specials? Anything we use on... we don't want to waste magic on charged casts or charge attacks, because that's just detracting from the special potential. You could make that case. Maybe we do take this. Maybe I'm just talking myself out of it, but... Okay, now here, I mean, I think we probably still pass on this, because we don't have a short-term need for magic, not one we can't use any in this encounter, and I think we probably just save our monies rather than spending on crafting resources. Alright, so here comes Hecate.
already.
Oh? Is it that simple?
Chills swept through the air as you approach. It's seasonably cold,
Pun intended.
though perhaps it is as Demeter desires. She aids you, does she not?
Maybe.
She does. She knew me for her granddaughter at once. Have you had opportunity to speak with her about me and all that's transpired?
No. I've been a bit preoccupied. At least here, Demeter shall be able to cool her wrath against me for keeping you a secret for so long.
I suppose so.
Cross blades!
Okay, I held the sprint button for a second there. I was like, oh no, I pressed something that was going to charge. Oh no, that is not you. That's you. Double attack? Not double attack. Okay, so I think we are kind of just stuck basic attacking for more or less this entire run. Or this entire fight, I should say. Which is at least something. At least we do have one boon. Oh, also, I mean, we do have that damage buff when we are not on full magic, but we would have to take damage to activate it.
Look now upon the moon.
Oh, don't get stuck there. Okay, as I nearly did. Okay, so I mean, it's working thus far. It's not like our damage is... Oh, that was the only enemy there? Wow. Or we'd gotten rid of them all at least. I'm surprised it was that quick. Oh, fake one. Also fake one. Real one. Oh. Could have gotten more aggressive there, but playing it a little bit safe, I guess. And you do this. Forget if those have a finite range, because otherwise those were about to crash into us. I would prefer if you were not in this corner. It does make it a little bit hard to sneak around behind you, which is very helpful when you're doing that attack. Okay. We're onto this phase already.
I know you hate this trick.
Yes, I kind of do. I've gotten used to it. But it still is rather odd. Oh, don't go that way. There we go. Oh, no, no. We're doing so well with avoiding damage. Just a little projectile. Proactive. Well, I mean, it's a chance to get a little bit of free damage on her. Oh, yep, I saw that coming, and then I did not quite dash in the correct direction. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, I expected that to be a double. It was not. Oh, okay, we found a great angle to attack you from during that phase. Random guess, wrong guess. Okay, I mean, honestly, that might be the least damage we've ever taken from Hecate before. Little pokes here or there.
Although we've an eternity to hone our craft.
But overall, not much at all. And if you consider
My boon from Chaos came alive.
that Chaos Boon just evolved, giving us more healing, and we are going to get healing upon using that well there. How much is the Chaos healing? Restore 10 health, and that's in addition to the Arcana card we have that gives us, what, 3 per room? So I think it's 13 every time we change rooms for the rest of the run. So, you know, that may not seem super dramatic, but that adds up. That is hopefully... Oh, and now I forgot, we just made this upgrade so that we guarantee we see little shops in between each floor. So we'd not seen this before. Ooh, Yard of Ariadne was the thing that I almost always took, or at least was probably my favorite item from the wells in Hades 1. I don't know if we've seen it yet in Hades 2, though. We certainly haven't taken it yet, as indicated by the scroll. So it upgrades the rarity of the next boon that we find. So it is useful for making us stronger long term. I'm thinking we still keep this. We did use it once. Oh wait, let's see what the Chaos Boon does. Gain a random common Chaos Blessing once this night. Every 8 encounters replace it? What? That is certainly chaotic, but it could be really good, because we've seen some pretty awesome Chaos Boon effects. Just you can't rely on keeping any specific effect for long. It'll be fun to mess around with every once in a while. I think we still stick with this, though, because theoretically, I think it is possible, if we keep it on for the long haul, to see it get upgraded at least one more time. We get one more upgrade from it, and maybe still with enough time to change into something like the Luckier Tooth before we go into Tartarus. So that's kind of what I'm thinking now. We already have Demeter Precedent, don't really need to use that. Don't really think we want Aphrodite, and we do have Hephaestus Precedent as well, I think. So I think this works. Let's stick with what we have. And maybe, how many coins do we have? Not a ton. I'm going to get a little bit greedy here. Given how we now have a lot more life and life restoration, that hopefully means we'll be less reliant on purchasing healing from those mini shops, going for max health rooms, and can instead get a little more aggressive with boons and other types of rewards. Because that can definitely pay off in the long term. And we'll get a little bit of max health, max magic every once in a while as well. And now we can actually use our charged specials again.
In you go.
Oh, what? Have we seen this icon before? Maybe in Tartarus, some stuff like this, but I don't remember ever seeing this. Certainly not in Oceanus. Yes, we can knock you back, which in a small arena like this is kind of nice. Oh, excuse me. Got stuck behind that. And that has a large AoE. We're no longer on max magic, so we theoretically have a damage buff now, which is also nice. You see the crowd control from this, even if the direct damage is not high, is still helpful. So we want the special to be the main source of damage. The other stuff is just setup. So is that an indication that basically we got more rewards out of that than we would have gotten on earlier floors? Did we previously get 10 per Psyche room and that was 20? I don't remember. Okay, so we could go for coins. We are not doing great on that front at the moment, but we aren't urgently in need of spending. Hermes, remember, whatever we get next, whatever boon we get next is going to have higher rarity. So, do we want that to be Hermes? Do we want to take our chances on something else? Let's get a little greedy here and at least try to get some other stuff. Get more options at the very least. Just see what that is. So it's Poseidon. We have already used this, so we can't upgrade it again. At least not at the moment, but it is going to be higher rarity from the Keepsake. Or rather, from the Yarn of Ariadne. What do we like more? But you don't give special boons, whereas you can. So I think we go for the Poseidon special, and we just build a lot around Poseidon, I guess. Let's try it. That was supposed to hit multiple enemies? Okay, don't stand there. That's not a good place to hang out. I mean, honestly, the attack is doing pretty decent work. Even if it's, I think, just... Oh, no, we upgraded it to rare, right? It's not a common? Okay, so it's not the absolute bare bones Poseidon attack. But, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wanted Poseidon to be one of the first boon-giving gods that we got the Keepsake from. So I was impressed, and I think, given how this weapon might not quite have the same area of effect as the, not quite the same area of effect as the axe, but it's not that far off. And adding Poseidon with the knockback makes it just huge, really.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, so let's see. Ooh, that's softly tempting. This also kind of is too. Because if we stack a whole bunch of Poseidon stuff, then this has multiple ways in which it helps us. But I think we can't pass up on that. That's too big of a boost.
Strength of the sea.
Okay, yeah, so it seems like from now on everything will show the doubles. I think we're still going Psyche for now. So I think rather than picking up new Arcana cards, which would be an Ash kind of thing, I think we're mostly looking to upgrade Arcana cards, which is a Moon Dust kind of thing. Oh, also we had our damage boost at the beginning of the encounter, which I wasn't even thinking about, but it did help us take out these guys more quickly. Oh, I did not expect that to explode so quickly. Just casually do that real quick. Maybe I deliberately do that. Freeze and then fry. Ooh, that was nice. Okay. There is a mini shop here. Let's just see what it has. We don't have a ton of coins. We were a little bit aggressive earlier on. We get another yarn. And I don't know if... Apparently we have taken Python scales before. I don't remember them. But this maybe would last long enough to get us all the way to the boss fight, in which case that would be significant. But that is awfully tempting. Especially if you consider this is a mini-boss, which is going to already have increased rarity. Add on top of that, Yarn of Ariadne, and we get double rarity boost. Oh, I mean, it's a lot of coins we're spending here. But I think we give this a shot. Let's see which one we get. Getting this guy a lot more than the other enemies. I mean, the other enemies, I don't know if it's only the rat. I might have been able to go in for an attack there, but I had convinced myself, before I saw him frozen, I'd convinced myself that it wasn't safe. Because I thought he was doing that. Now he is frozen. This might have been a mistake. Okay, I almost dashed straight into that. Saw that coming. Saw that coming too. I did not see that coming. That's a projectile, I think. It is. Ah, oh, well, I found the new worst place to stand for that. I was thinking to myself, it's not often that we make a point of standing right in front of him when he does that attack. Maybe it's okay. No, I would not recommend it. I think we had the right idea before. We want to, sneak in a little bit, maybe we can, but for the most part, that gives us an opportunity here. Now, you were about to do an attack, but we could basically stun lock you here. Okay, so we took a little bit of unnecessary damage, but again, we have 13 healing in between each room. So, a good example right here, we took some unneeded damage, and yet we're still going to get back up to full. So that certainly adds up. So we expect this to be very high rarity stuff, and it is. Charge attack deals more damage, but uses more magic. Whenever you gather plant seeds, mushrooms, gain max health. It's early enough, maybe that could be useful. Oh. The special, the one that probably would have been most significant, is the only one that is not epic rarity. That kinda hurts. Oh, if this were epic, it would be pretty clearly the obvious choice. I mean, that's a huge damage number, don't get me wrong, but as we were saying before, it feels like it's the charge special that we want to be using most of our magic on, and if we focus too much on boons for charging every different type of move, then it might be a bunch of stuff that we can't, we can't do all of that at once, so we only have a finite number of magic. So Is it this or is it this? Max life from... it's 10. We technically don't have the shovel, though we have seen on prior runs sometimes it's let us get the seeds anyway. I think we have to take this. I really wish that was higher rarity, but... I'm surprised to see a shop at this point, because it makes me wonder if this is the penultimate room. It feels early for that. We don't have enough coins for a boon, so I feel like it is not worth it. It is the last room before the... Oh, wait, no, it isn't. Oh, wait, hold on. We gather this. That's great. We actually had a bunch of recipes that need that.
In black and murky Oceanus past the border of the underworld, the putrid waters are purified, as if to show that there, Poseidon holds no sway.
As long as his boons still work.
We do have a lot of Poseidon boons, so we take this. It's a healing room, which honestly I did not notice at first because, as I've said many times before after the Skilla fight, these blend in really well in Oceanus. We do not need the healing.
Not thirsty, but hey.
But we did still get the, what was it, Ashes, which I think is still better than the shop, because we wouldn't really have been able to get much good stuff from the shop. Okay, this is a little difficult, because we are spending a lot of magic, so Selene does have a lot of potential. On the other hand, a boon is a boon. And I don't know what specifically we'd be looking for from Zeus, but I feel like he's a better option than Aphrodite, who we'd seen on several prior occasions. So I feel okay about setting a Zeus precedent. I think the earlier you get Selene, the better. So let's do this. Oh, what? We're immune for the first few seconds? We have the extra damage, I remember that much. I didn't remember that it also said we were immune. Or at least it looked like we had the little shield around us as if we were immune. And this is a good example of just how, well, when you don't walk straight into an attack unnecessarily, is a good example of how useful the Poseidon attack can be. We also could have done a charge special, of course. Any of a number of ways we could have avoided taking that damage. Also, I nearly jumped into all of those hits. Also, I nearly jumped into all of those. Can I poke you? There we go. Get frozen, sir. These are going off again. And those ones just knock us back. They don't actually deal direct damage, right? Oh, he almost started shooting directly at us.
Moonlight.
Okay, and again, we took some damage, but we theoretically have enough healing that we'll still be at full at the end of this encounter.
Let us together shine this night, O moon.
I found you, though my light is but a flicker at these depths. You trace the secret path between Poseidon's and your father's realms. What lurks here has no love for either one.
Oh. Okay, so I think
Forth.
we are expecting to use a lot of magic, so we'd probably like one of these that we can use pretty regularly. Hex turns you impervious, living nightmare, their own abilities for 5 seconds. We've seen it, we've taken it, but we haven't really used it aggressively. Hex restores 15 health up to 3 times, which resets whenever you use fountains. We have not seen this before, I don't think. I don't remember taking that. It's healing. Whereas everything else has been at least mostly offensive. I mean, this has an impervious aspect to it. And there's the freeze. Okay, not everything is purely offensive. But this is the first purely defensive thing I think we've seen. Hex makes you... everything else move 80% slower for 5 seconds. Also, for what it's worth, we did try using a Hex that either slowed or outright froze enemies against Kronos, and Kronos laughed at us when we tried to do it. So bear that in mind. If we are trying to use something that is good for Kronos, it probably isn't this. Although that is seemingly pretty strong. We have a lot of healing going on, so I feel like we do take this.
Your terrifying form.
Not necessarily sure that's my favorite option. Would have probably preferred something a little more straightforward than that. something where we could have benefited more from the damage that we are building with our existing skill set, because we are starting to set up some decent things there. Okay, if this is normal bones versus double ashes, I think we actually do take double ashes here. Was the amount of our healing going down every room? So I remember I was saying before that it seemed like we ought to be getting 13 healing per room. Then I noticed in a previous room it was only 12, and then that one just then was 11. So is that just a coincidence? Or did we? Maybe it was just that we needed precisely that much to get up to max health. So that might just be a coincidence. But it was a little strange that it had gone down by exactly 1 on a few occasions. Got me wondering, at the very least. Freeze is really helpful against these guys, because otherwise their shields can be annoying to break, or their shell can be annoying to break through. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we are getting the humming now, which suggests this is going to be the penultimate room. I think we are far enough along that that is likely the case. We don't need that. It's actually a pretty decent price. What is it? 50 coins for 10 at the shop, so it's basically the same exchange rate, I guess. Move 20% faster. It is cheap, and we are almost certainly about to go into a boss fight, so there is something to be said for this. Just eyeing these. It's either shop with 200 coins, which is basically a boon, or a free boon. I think we're probably going free boon, and I think I'm okay with Apollo, because that is extra AoE in many cases, and that is kind of what we're working with Poseidon as well. So maybe for that reason, if we're not about to spend at the shop, we can afford to get a little bonus from that well and go here. So I expect this to be an empty room. Yeah.
Smith always calls me little brother when we're twins. At least she never comes home empty-handed from her hunts. Just recently she found a family relative and ally, poised to strike behind enemy lines. You are quite the prize.
You're referring to us. That new family relative, right? Or someone else. Sprint is faster by 20%. That is big. And inflicts daze on nearby foes, giving them a chance to not deal any damage. That is kind of nice. Attack has a chance to hit twice. We have seen this in the past, but it's special. Well, I mean, that's still not bad. But the special is the thing we're really trying to build around. In each encounter, you deal more damage until you take damage. Ooh. I don't remember ever having seen this before. It's only 15%. I wish it was a little bit higher. But it's... Against boss fights, I mean, surely we're going to take damage at some point, right? But at the beginning, we can still get a damage boost there. I think the biggest value from this comes from the more basic encounters, helping you clear out those rooms more quickly, more safely, and therefore you're more likely to not take damage overall. However, that 20% speed also definitely is fast enough to help you not take damage in some instances, and the daze effect also helps you not take damage. I think this sounds pretty good to me. I think we do take that. You add that to, the well upgrade that we got, which is only temporary, that aspect, but that means I think we're on plus 30% right now. So that's pretty quick. Alright, let's jump in.
Now see here, I'd no intention to offend last time, and never said you were a clam. At least you can't
Right.
base your anger in reality.
She was quite upset when we said that last time.
Would you listen to that, gal? She's still talking about clams, poking fun of our little shell here, huh? Well, let's show her how we deal with hecklers around these parts.
Okay. Oh, nope, that's not where I was dashing. I was dashing, and you did not let me dash. We know, oh my god, that was so horrible. We know how to avoid taking damage from that attack, and really should not be taking damage from that very often nowadays. Except that is a very difficult situation to get out of. Okay, so we do have more healing, as we were saying, in between rooms now. Oh, we don't want to be here. Can we still get the range to do that, though? Yes. this way, at least temporarily. Can't get you through that? Okay, I tried. That's probably not really the thing we want to be charging, as we were saying before. This is. Except we don't have the magic. Oh, we do have the magic for it. Oh, you're immune. Okay, well maybe not worth going after you in that case. Oh, I saw it, and once... Oh my god. I'm getting really mad at myself for the stupid damage that we absolutely know better than to do those types of things. I got hit by that as well while I'm at it. It's a lot... Several instances here have been getting stuck in the third hit on the combo. I'm pressing the dash button to avoid getting hit, but it does not let me do that input until we are done with the combo, which was a big problem, actually, in the previous run, because we had a very slow combo. It is definitely faster this time, but it is still messing me up on a few occasions. There was an indicator that that was going to happen. That was avoidable. While we're at it. Oh, no, not directly on top of us, please. When you're close to each other, no, it's only going to hit one of you. The drummer back? I feel like I might have just seen her get back. Oh, that's the stun. Okay. Although it didn't actually do direct damage. And didn't set up any of their damage. Likewise there, sort of. I was running from free notes for a second there. Man, that is a huge AoE. And now it is Justy. No. Who is it now? Okay. Got away with it a little bit there. And got stuck. As we have on many occasions thus far in this fight. Despite our extra speed. Ooh, that was close. Oh my... Okay, that was absolutely brutal. There you go. We've gotten stunned many times and not gotten punished for it. We did that time, though. Several times over. She does not like us attacking her, the drummer. Not right now, at least. They're all right next to each other. Yeah, we do want to be here now. Except... Oh, that was interesting. Now we don't want to be here. Do we have the hex yet? 'Cause I'm surprised we don't. Now we do. So we're invulnerable, theoretically, for 5 seconds. Not really sure how much value we got out of it, but I attempted to do something with it. Oh, I was not paying any attention to her. I was looking at the other two. Oh, such a stupid way to use a Death Defiance, but that has been the story of this fight. Thus, oh my god, the trend continues. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible execution. More damage there. To be honest, I don't know exactly how much range she has on that move. Don't walk into those. And keep doing that. Okay, now it's going to be Skilla herself immune, because Roxy needs to die before Skilla. don't walk into that. Ooh, you are getting awfully aggressive. Okay, that's a stun, but there's nothing to follow up and actually punish us for being stunned. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a problem with these guys, I think. I'm not really sure how we're going to avoid all of them. Imagine if we had the thing that gave us extra damage for hitting enemies, or killing enemies! Based on how many we got. Okay, just keep on moving. Make some rounds. Complete the circuit. This is where the movement speed definitely does help. Did I miss? I think I did. That one I didn't. Oh man. That was by far our worst fight against Skill and the Sirens, at least for quite some time. Blew through one Death Defiance nearly a second. We will get some healing going through here. We will get some healing from the fountain itself. But I am not pleased with how that went, to say the least.
Could try a different one.
We could try a different one. If we hold on for 8 more rooms, we could get an upgrade and therefore use it again. Will we go through 8 rooms in the Fields of Mourning? I'm not sure that we will. Might make sense now to switch over to the Luckier Tooth. Might kind of sort of be necessary. Maybe level it up in the process, but we should, certainly. I guess we'll take our chances. It might mean that we die in the Fields of Mourning. Yeah, no, tell you what. We should, just in case. So that hopefully we can still make it through the Fields of Mourning. We are not on full health even after that healing. We will get 13 upon going to the next room, and 13 upon going into the room after that, so we'll get 26 total. It gets us awfully close to full health by the time we actually face any enemies. So we might not need any healing. Cast deals extra damage. Not really sure that's what we're looking for. I think we just go down.
Closer now. All this sorrow.
It is, of course, possible to get Death Defiances back. That is a thing. But it is a relatively rare thing. So I don't want to act on the assumption that that's going to happen. Okay, there will be other enemies here. Just nab this while we can. Oh, this is a full 50. That's not bad. Drop that. That's a magic upgrade. Small one, but we'll take it. You are hiding in a very tricky place. Is that the bow right there? Oh wow. Well, this is a smaller room because it's only 2 rewards. Okay. So Selene, we do already have a Selene boon. So I think there is something to be said for making that be one of the higher priority. Yeah, I mean, that's a higher priority than getting coins is, I would think. So I think we go for this. Okay, remember we have the extra damage at the beginning. Oh, I knew there was going to be something to hit us there. As is often the case whenever we try to go into these smoke clouds. I really hate those enemies. Because it's not like they're necessarily more difficult, it just, they feel cheap. It feels like it's just a total random chance if you're going to get immediately hit once you go in there, and there's not really anything you can do about it. So typically, you know, we're trying to get rid of as many enemies as possible before we go in, which means we're whittling away at them very slowly, and it's just not great gameplay in that way, or at least I don't feel like it's a lot of fun to do that. Hex lasts longer. It is pretty short, the whole impervious thing. During Hex, deal more damage to Guardians. What's not ready? Chance to dodge. During Hex, deal more damage. What are we looking for? We're looking for duration. We're looking for more passive effects. Looking for things that are aiding the Hex itself, or active regardless of whether the Hex is up. We don't have a lot of flexibility here, I'm realizing. I don't love the damage to Guardians thing. Well, I mean, that's probably when we're using it most often, to be honest. I guess there is still that. And none of this stuff is kind of blowing me away here. Maybe we go duration, duration, and we work our way to, if it would let me see what this one is. Another duration. Oh, okay, that would be very helpful. So maybe, I don't know if we're going to get that much Selene stuff happening, but we can at least attempt to get there. What's this do? Death Defiance effects fully recharge. Wait, what? Your Death Defiance effects fully recharge your Hex. Oh, okay. Death Defiance brings back Hex, not the other way around. I was thinking Hex brings back Death Defiance, and I was thinking, that's busted. How could we not take that? And that also sounds strong, but go for that for now. Maybe we'll be able to get some more Selene upgrades. Oh no. I'm not confident that we can beat her.
On your side or mine this time around.
They're in like hands. Race you.
She did steal a whole bunch of our kills in the previous time round. Yeah, she's stolen all of our kills. She has way more base damage than we do, so there's that. We just don't have the damage to compete with her right now, and that's also not the way to do it. Unless we kill steal from her, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, no, there's absolutely no way at this point. She's way ahead of us. I mean, it did make the encounter easier. There's that, I guess.
I failed. See you soon.
Alright. We take that. Oh, okay, we have no choice but to go mini-boss. It's either Apollo or it's more Poseidon. So Poseidon can give us synergies with the splash damage stuff, which we have on our attack. And only on our attack. Whereas Apollo potentially can give us ways to increase our area of effect, which is tempting. I mean, honestly, Apollo might be more likely to give us good stuff. Let's see what enemy we get here. It's always this guy. Oh, also, we have increased damage at the beginning of the encounter. We absolutely should have tried to not take damage there and use the damage bonus on the boss rather than on the little dudes, because I was not thinking about that aspect. So usually we do try to go more clearing out the, oh my god, the ads. Oh my god. Sure. Oh, did we not take damage while doing that for some reason? We absolutely deserve to. Nope, please dash. Kind of been waiting for you to do that attack for a while now. It's taken a long time to do it. Oh, he's changing it up on us. He's changing it up on us. His damage is high, but the thing is that he will change the direction of his combo mid-combo, and it is very deceptive. I missed. Oh, saw that one coming, just barely. And then he didn't really extend that for any longer. That is also not where I wanted that. Okay, that's incoming. Okay, the Freeze is key. When we get it. It's definitely making it easier to get a series of hits on him. No, okay, there we go. I thought he was teleporting right before we got the kill. Okay, the Lucky Tooth upgraded. Maybe we can see... Okay, it was previously worth 51 health, now it's 76. So it is better. We had no choice but to go for the mini-boss. Let's see what we can get here, though. Foes with Daze take more damage if struck from behind. Okay, so we have Daze on our dash. So if we strike foes from behind, we get a humongous damage boost. Each encounter... Oh, we saw this before. Extra damage if we have not yet taken damage. I think we try this. I think we do try that. Okay. And I think we probably have to do this.
Let me past.
Just to give us an extra room with no enemies, and especially, given how much health restoration we have, empty rooms are a legitimate source of healing.
She's still here, poor thing. Poor thing, poor thing, poor thing. I wish I knew what you were doing in a place like this. Though, you can't just tell me, can you? Your heart must have been broken. Must have been broken. Heartbroken. Heartbroken.
Okay. We've not yet taken the dodge chance one, I don't think. But I have been tempted. Oh, we took this last time. I think we were debating between these two. And that is probably the same situation we find ourselves in now. We can restore our Death Defiances and make the latter Death Defiances less effective. So we do get up to 3 total. Is that still worth doing? Do we try this? Let's go for this. We'll give it a shot. Just because we haven't taken it yet. I don't know if it's better than the Death Defiance Restoration, but we'll try it. Oh, I mean... we probably have to take this for the hammer. We do not have a lot of max health either. We still have the increased speed from the shop that the mini shop item that we picked up a little while back. There is the hammer, but I think before we do that, we want to check for little enemies, or the unofficial enemies like this. Yeah, I knew that was coming. You're down. That. Ooh, that's a mini Selene boon. And that is very helpful. Is that a full-blown Selene? No, it's only one. Okay, but that is very useful because we started to invest a fair bit in this type of stuff. So we have +1 second, +2 second, now plus... It's really hard for... us to actually get to this one. There we go.
2 more.
Actually, just 1 more.
Illuminate my path.
Yeah, that tells us about mini upgrades as well. Oh, the goldish perimeter around the circle. That means the circumference, I guess. That means that it's the full-blown reward, whereas the blue circle means it's a little one, as we see here. That's just 5 max health, but we'll take it. I think top priority is certainly the hammer. Oh, and there you see another little grayish blue circle. Therefore, we know this is... Oh, you're not dead. A minor reward. You don't have any reward, but you're just hanging out there. And that's not okay. I'm sorry. It's not showing us any of the smaller stuff, but there are still other random enemies here. This room is way bigger than the previous one was. You as well have got to go. There's the health. You guys have to go as well. I'm sorry. hold on. I would like for you to not do the projectile-y stuff. I'd like for you to not do the projectile-y stuff. Okay. I am going to do that. Okay, there is a mini shop here, which may end up being something we want to use at the end of this encounter, but we start with this.
Come fight me.
Oh, not again. Not again with these guys. Okay, we got the extra damage at the beginning. Not quite sure I made the most possible use out of it, but tried to be at least a little more aggressive. Should probably throw that down. No, stay away. Oh, there are 3 of them. Okay. That explains how many of these things there are chasing behind us. Let's make that number a little smaller, though. Okay.
Suffer no more.
So, I think we're mostly looking for special. Specials bounce toward up to 2 more foes. And plus 10% damage each hit. Specials fire 2 projectiles, but much less range. Dash strike, larger area, big damage to armor. I think it's too late for that to be of much of any use to us. This one, the damage is smaller, but it can hit more enemies. This one probably has higher damage potential, but the lack of range... I think we go with this.
My staff.
Okay. That could prove quite helpful. Oh, that is a dead end.
I can't.
Okay, that... Do we take damage from that? Or does it just make us sad and slow? It did make us slow, for sure. Let's do this next. We should also, technically speaking, do one of those. Get ourselves a damage bonus. I don't know if the charge cast can also bounce, because that's kind of a big deal if that is the case.
Out of my sight.
Ooh, although we do have the freeze on just our basic special, which means that is suddenly a very solid choice for a little bit more ranged crowd control rather than just the point-blank crowd control on the cast. So, okay. At least from that standpoint, it is helpful. Now we want this. With more monies, it is, of course, possible to get a little more aggressive at the shop. Not again. Oh, it's one of these. Also, we did not see this group. You can still hit us from here. Okay, the combination of darkness and the mini-boss enemy feels a little ridiculous to me. As I was saying before, the darkness enemy already feels pretty cheap. Combine that with a mini-boss from a basic encounter, and that seems too far. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to act on the assumption that we can go for a little bit to deal damage, but then eventually we should move. So you're going to start doing this. Extra movement speed certainly helps. Okay, I did see that. I saw that getting placed. Now we go in, except that's the place where we get frozen, except we got rid of the smoke cloud dude. You still also have, oh, the tail-like thing. This. Oh, I got trapped. I got trapped in the corner. Okay, can we stun lock you now? I think so. That was,
It's cleared up.
I would argue, a very unfair encounter. There's a difference between difficult and fair. Well, difficult and unfair. Because there are encounters that are tough, but feel like, okay, once I understand the mechanics, it's doable, and therefore, okay, this might be the last encounter for the boss fight. But there are encounters that feel like they're difficult, but once you learn the mechanics, you understand it, and it feels rewarding for that reason. Then there are mechanics that just feel like, there's nothing I can reasonably do to work around this, and that's one of them. Okay, gain... Oh, this is interesting. This was a late addition to Hades 1, but instead of purchasing things with money, you gain coins at the cost of health, which I don't really think we're in a place to do, but that is interesting to see that that is still an option. Otherwise, get a little bit of Psyche, or, oh, that's... Is that at a discount? I don't remember what the Psyche price usually is. We've gotten a lot of yarns thus far, and we are potentially either about to get what I think would be a free Apollo boon or a shop in which we would presumably look to purchase at least one boon. I think we're probably going to the shop because we could use some health, and there is no source of health here. There's a way to get rid of health, but if we do this, we're then at about 280-ish, which means full boon, and then 130, which is a bit of a strange number. We would not be able to get double boon, but I don't think that's ever really going to be a thing. I think we pass on this occasion, because then we have the option of getting potentially all 3 items in here, assuming that we really want, at the minimum, boon plus healing. We don't necessarily know what's going to be there, of course, but... Let's see... We do get a little bit of healing.
They've sealed me
in between rooms. So there is that. Oh. Okay, well... This is not great. It's a random boon, yes. We will definitely take it, I think.
Hello, sunshine.
Okay, so it's an Apollo boon that we could have gotten for free in the other room.
Much as Lady Demeter. I'm reminded that you are her grandchild after all. Wait, she wants to speak to you herself.
Duo boon? In which case, maybe it actually is worth it?
Thank you for your...
Alright, hold on.
Should I have need of them again, I shall apprise you. For now, my granddaughter requires our abilities, not honeyed words.
Okay, each time... Oh, it's the cast, not the special? No! Each time you use your charge cast in an encounter, it gets stronger, but also uses more magic. I mean, we have to, right? We can't say no to this, although, humor me, what are the alternatives? After you take damage, your foe takes damage and inflicts daze on all foes. Attack has a chance to hit multiple times. I mean, we have to. There's no way of knowing if we would have gotten that exact option with the free Apollo boon we would have gotten from the other room. So, maybe that still would have been best, because this one costs us 125 coins. I mean, sunk cost fallacy. Don't want to just throw good money after bad, but I do kind of feel like if we're here, we might as well make the best of it, and well, this helps us in this run. I'm not really sure if 30 magic is going to make a huge difference, because we already have 148, and again, we don't have any magic restoration. So yeah, no, that is probably still worth taking. And then we could afford this as well. You know what? We're taking them both. I'm not sure if we're making it out of this Cerberus fight. So, gonna be aggressive with the spending. So I was hoping we were getting healing. That was the main reason why I went in that place to begin with. Okay, remember, we have extra damage at the beginning. And we have backstab against dazed enemies for like plus 75% damage or something like that. So that actually is pretty huge. I'm actually also very surprised that did not hit us. Dash through. I'm also surprised that worked. Okay, nope, no thank you. Oh, that is devious. That is a nasty enemy to combine with Cerberus. That is a really nasty enemy to combine with Cerberus. And there's no way out of it? Okay, there we go. And we need to get rid of this thing. Like, right now. Okay. Now we can at least focus on Cerberus. Really wish you didn't have that going behind you, because this otherwise would have been a great time to go in for a big attack. Nope, nope, nope. We were standing right there in that. Nope. Oh, there you see the area. I think when we're that close, it is actually better to try to dash through rather than dash away. Technically speaking, I think. And that, did we avoid taking damage there? We might have, because I did try to dash through instead. Okay, I'm not sure why you're facing that direction, but we'll take it. Nope. Hit you a little bit. Okay, hold on. Ah, still. All right, these explode with huge area of effect a little bit later on. Where can we stand? Here. Trying to get to the point where we can use our Hex. I'm very surprised we cannot use it yet. There it is. It is a longer duration than usual. There it goes. Oh, bad place. That hit him, maybe ever so slightly. Okay. Oh, nope. Bad spot. Trying to be more conscious of avoiding the smoke clouds, now that we have established that that is the thing that slows us down. Okay. I hate these guys. Is it at least only these guys and no Cerberus? If so, then that does help. Chip away safely, relatively speaking. Okay, now they're much easier to deal with when they don't have armor. Famous last words. Obviously taking this very slowly. Very slowly. There's a reason for that. I don't know if you notice what our health bar says. It's not particularly high at the moment. That was a little greedy. There we go. Didn't dare to go in for a cast. Oh, okay. I was not ready for the second one. I almost walked straight into it. Oh, wrong time and place to dash. That was close. This will be too. Is he chasing after us now? Is that the thing he's doing? Oh, he's doing the fire breath now. Okay. Did catch him at a good time. Come this way. Okay, I did not have a choice. I did not have a choice. I still did not have a choice. He trapped us in the corner. We still have one Death Defiance, for what it's worth. But, as I said, I was not necessarily even confident we were going to make it past Cerberus, given how things had started to go a bit downhill. A little bit there. Oh, we do want to be here. Do that to... We have to dash to get the backstab bonus, technically speaking. Oh, hold on. Okay, now we can run and hopefully avoid. Okay, he's chasing us. So we kite him into that. Do that again. Try not to get caught in the corner, although I would like for him to run into that. He's doing fire, but how are we supposed to... Okay, there we go. This... That was close. Oh, so much for that. That was a quick one. I was almost going to go in there for the cast. That was greedy. That was... Oh, okay. I got punished so hard for that. Obviously, there was no justification for doing that. Ooh, we probably... I expected to get hit by that. Oh, that's... How did that not hit us? Okay, Hex is ready. I'm gonna use it now. Oh, it lasted longer than I thought it did. I heard some sound effects and thought I heard the one saying you gotta go. But apparently I didn't. And a little bit of damage there. Okay, we do want to be here. We don't want to be there, though. Oh, that was very close. I'm surprised we didn't take damage there, or at least there was very little margin for error. I didn't really believe in myself. Hide him this way. Well, didn't quite last long enough to benefit from that. Oh, he's doing fire breath. It's a little slow to react to that. That was a little bold the way that I approached that situation. Oh, that's fire breath. That's fire breath. That was interesting. Not exactly the way that I planned to avoid that damage. Kite him in here. Actually did manage to kite him into the cast for once. Okay. Whew. We did get through Cerberus, which seemed highly questionable for a while there.
Three-headed Cerberus tempers his boundless rage and hides for now his fangs.
Gonna be hard to make through Tartarus at this rate. But at least Cerberus is down. Okay.
Now be at peace again.
We get that. Well, we don't need to pick up any of the flowers, because we've already done that. We do get sizable healing.
My keepsake isn't doing any good.
What is our keepsake now? Oh, that's an interesting hint. Oh, that's true. Yeah, so we were wondering whether we ought to put on this lucky tooth for the Fields of Mourning. We were saying, oh, maybe it's best to save it for Tartarus instead. But if not for having taken that, we would have died for good during that Cerberus fight. So good thing we did. I'll take it. Can't switch back to Poseidon now. That is not allowed. So, in that case, what do we want? I think it's too late for this. Gain 3 upgrades for your Hex for the next Path of Stars. I do remember hearing that this, in particular, was something that got buffed. And, I mean, 3 is a lot. And this is only a rank 1 version of this keepsake. But I just don't know if we're ever going to see any additional boons from Selene. So I don't think this works unless and until we get those. And so, if it's not this, it's not this. I mean, this gives us more or less exactly 20, or really 24, 28, if you consider the 2 empty rooms. Extra armor or effective health, which is a tiny bit of a bonus. Otherwise, what? Honestly, maybe even this. Maybe even this. And we just gamble and hope that that first one is going to be good, because I think we're only getting the first one at this rate.
The embryo.
Let's do it. What is it giving us? Does it say? Doesn't say there. I know you can't see right now, but I did an eye roll, because this does absolutely nothing for us at the moment. Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful. Okay, we do have a mini shop. Oh. Well, that is the best possible thing from a mini shop. It is restoring a Death Defiance. We've used 3 already, so we'll... actually, if we used 4, did we get one back from Echo? No, we went the dodging route, didn't we? And we did see a few dodges, I think, in that fight. So, alright, we'll take this here. It means we are very low on the monies. Could even go for this if we really wanted to. Well... Wait, how many rooms does it last for? 5 encounters? That would expire just before the Kronos fight, right? Because I'm pretty sure there are exactly 5 rooms that lead up to him. So, that stinks. There is still some use, because we are probably going to take some damage from those basic enemies. But it means we won't be able to be quite as aggressive in the very last shop. Might be the difference between being able to afford healing and not being able to afford healing. Let's pass, because we're on full health now. Oh, what's this?
The vengeful princess once more finds herself within a groaning old official passageway to Tartarus. Perhaps the very place her Titan foe used to escape his eons of imprisonment.
Oh, interesting point.
Crawled up from the lowest depths, did he?
Theoretically, that is the story. Okay.
Unseen.
The fact that we were able to get a Death Defiance back is huge. Don't get me wrong.
Maintenance
I'm still not sure that's enough, though, for us to realistically have any chance here. So, we'll see. I think we're on borrowed time at this point, but we'll see if we can get any additional resources of some variety, maybe, to help us for future runs with whatever we're able to craft. Remember, we have the extra damage at the very beginning here. We took a pretty sizable amount of damage from one of those money bags. They are pretty nasty. You see how big of a difference the backstab makes? It's pretty huge. Whoa, is it 75% damage? It might be that high. Okay, don't want to be there. Or there, really. Okay, 1 money back down. But they might still be respawning at this rate. Okay, that's at least a couple that are theoretically down, making it a little bit easier to dodge around here. Because it is not easy to dodge around at the moment. Well, that was not enough. I thought it was going to be. Also, for what it's worth, remember we do get a pretty sizable damage bonus if we've at least spent some magic. Obviously, it's a little... Oh, no, it's not a little too late for that. Who's left? Is there another wave? Or are we just stuck here because I can't find the last enemy? Oh, that's where you are. There we go. Okay.
No traitor to the house shall go unpunished.
Right, that is one line that I've noticed when we are in Tartarus, Melinoe says very often. So, I think they did add more lines, mostly to the gods and goddesses, to adapt to whatever situation you find yourself in. And maybe it's just that she always says that line for the first room of Tartarus, and that's why I remember it coming up, but even that feels like it's probably still too frequent. Okay, I do see that. Not really sure we want to take the time to take out that guy shooting the laser beam at us. It is definitely annoying, though. Make no mistake. Now, if you hang out on the traps, though, theoretically, that is dealing extra damage. Okay, more complicated enemies. And now, let's make a point of doing that. We do get more damage. I thought the statue was an enemy for a second there. Let's be honest, it's not that... It doesn't look that different from some of the enemies. Nope. Oh, that was close. I was trying to play around a little bit with keeping the dazed up and the backlash and all that to get the bonus damage, because I didn't have it up initially. Thank you for stepping on the trap and getting yourself killed. I appreciated that. Okay, obviously, this is here. I was very distracted by it. Not even from, you know, trying to mine it mid-fight standpoint, but as I said, I thought it was an enemy on a few occasions. Okay. Now let's go in. The healing is definitely making a big difference here. The 13 at the start of each room. Oh, and if you add up all of our damage multipliers, including the huge damage bonus we get for the first 10 seconds, it is humongous. Is that the only guy on that wave? It might have been. Oh, I did want to spend some magic, some variety. So we get even more damage scaling here. Nope, none of that. There we go. Especially on you, where you have the shield that sometimes blocks us. The freeze is especially helpful, and the backstab is especially helpful. Okay, I saw that. Can I poke you from back here? Safe distance? Might have gotten a little poke from one of them there. Not sure if that's going to be enough to get rid of that other hourglass. That should be... no, that should not be, though. Oh, that was sloppy. I got impatient. I just wanted to get that one hit. That was a window. Can I hit you through this? No, I cannot. That was just the cast that was dealing damage, not the attack. There we go. Okay, did take more damage than I would have liked, but still not that much in the grand scheme of things. Again, once you consider that we are getting pretty solid healing going into each room here. Knockback is definitely helpful against these guys, in addition to the freeze. They can crowd us out pretty quickly. No, that was a trap. I will continue to get greedy there. Because why not? I don't know. I knew it was greedy. Thought it was safe. Maybe I was just messing around on that one. Okay, that was not great. These guys are annoying when they come in such large numbers. They're annoying in general, just because they're, as you see right there, very elusive. I'm guessing, yeah, it's going to be very similar composition to the next group of enemies. Oh, we should also do this, for what it's worth. Okay, it does bounce, even the charged one. I know that was a while ago that we picked that up, but it doesn't seem to be bouncing all that effectively from one enemy to the next. It seems to just kind of be bouncing totally randomly. That's very much not the enemy I really wanted to aim that at. I'm a little annoyed about that. I do think now that I've gone back to spamming the charge attack or charge special button, we've started to take some unnecessary damage. Oh, we also have a huge damage multiplier if we get hit while we're doing a charge attack, don't we? I totally forgot about that because we got that at the very beginning. But, I mean, technically speaking, you combine all of our conditional damage, and it is pretty ridiculous how high those hits can go. We do also have the Slingy Boom, but a little late for that at this point. Okay, there's seemingly nothing of note in here. Almost went to the mini-boss room. No, this is not the time for that. That should be a decent opportunity to do that. Really want to get rid of some of these money bags. There are so many of them here. Do you see how many of them there are? I could not even count them. Nope, get out of there. You're down. Please tell me there isn't another wave of these guys. I really wanted this one. It was almost dead. Haven't really been focusing on the melee dudes for the most part. So these guys have been the primary concern. Now we can almost focus entirely on them, though. The ranged aspects of the attack take out the last money bag. Oh, there is a mini shop here. Not even register until just now.
No traitor to the house shall go unpunished.
Yeah, but see there, it's the same line again that we heard in the first room. Okay, so we could heal. We could... Oh, that's ashes. Okay, I at first did not recognize the icon. Cast deals more damage. Okay, so for 5 encounters, that is active for the Chronos fight in that case. Just see about 23 health down. That is the shop. We'll get 13 health going in this one. We'll get 13 health going to the next room. We don't really need healing in that case. So it's largely a question of, do we want this here, or do we want to get the maximum amount of coins going into the big shop? We aren't going to be able to get that much, and some of the things there are going to be very expensive. So even if theoretically 2 normal boons we'd be able to afford, I highly doubt that will be one of the options. So, let's see, cast. It's not really our primary source of damage, attack and special are, but I guess we take it, and if it just so happens that 30 coins was a difference maker, then oh well. Kind of hoping we might get a, oh! So we would not have been able to afford both these things, but that's restoring a Death Defiance, and this is a random boon.
What do we have in stock?
We can compel here.
Show that shade the way.
Remember? Oh! The first time we had the tablet for the compelling stuff, we had a shade in that exact spot, and I absolutely butchered it. I think one thing they might have changed in the most recent patch was also made it so that the shades give more psyche the later on in the floors you are. So like, since we're on the last floor, it's worth a lot, whereas if it was all the way back in Erebus, it wouldn't be that much. For was something I theorized might have been the case initially, but was not the case, I don't think, at least until this most recent patch. So, we can get this, but if we do, we're not able to afford anything else. In fact, yeah, we can get one thing and only one thing, no matter what. So what is the highest priority? Plus 50 max health, a random boon, or a Death Defiance. Death Defiances, at this point, I don't even remember. Is it 40% health we get back from them? In which case, you know, it's going to be... It's not a huge amount of life. It is still more than this, technically speaking. So, I think this wins the tiebreaker there. But now it's a question of random boon versus this. What are we looking for from random boon? If we happen to have an infusion based on water or fire elemental, that could probably be helpful. But that's, I imagine, very low probability. Otherwise, I have no idea. I mean, I'm not really thinking we have much of a chance here, but maybe we go with this. Maybe we go with this. And we at least have 2 Death Defiances. I mean, that's basically what we would usually expect going into the Chronos fight. Maybe also the Death Defiance from the Lucky Tooth, but obviously we blew through that already. So, oh, wait. What was the... Oh, yeah, it's this. It's still this, is the thing we're getting from the Chaos Keepsake. So yeah, it did not change, and it is completely useless after all. But the Lucky Tooth was useless too, so, you know, that it wasn't really that much that we missed out on, I guess, from that standpoint at least. We knew it was a gamble.
Time again, is it?
You tell me.
Have you once marveled at the ever-turning gears in Tartarus? My little contribution to the underworld's design? A steady means of moving things along. I call it clockwork.
You don't say.
A cycle without end. Akin to the turning of the seasons.
I'm not here for a tour. That clockwork could have only come from you. An eyesore, going nowhere, groaning all along.
Going nowhere? One with capacity for magic ought espouse a deeper understanding of this world. We are always going somewhere. The future, my girl. Into the future.
Alright. I mean, I didn't even... Things were going poorly enough that I was expecting us to not even make it to this fight for a while there. Yeah, I do want to kind of go crazy with our bonus damage at the beginning. Backstab and all. Okay, granted we took a ton of damage in the process, which probably shouldn't come as that much of a surprise. That probably was not the best way to do that, though. That was not very useful. Excuse me? Why did that have no range? That seemed to have way less range than usual. I was expecting to hit the satyr, the ad, and then have it chain over like that behind and potentially hit Kronos in the process. Instead it did nothing of the sort. Okay, he's doing this. Opportunity to backstab. That's also an opportunity to backstab. A little bit unexpectedly at that. I'm not sure what this is. Okay. Starting to get a little more of a feel for the animations. Which attack is which? Okay, he says as he gets hit by that. Admittedly, I was not paying very close attention to that one. That's a charge. Oh, or not. I mean, supposedly, they changed around some of the things that did not feel particularly fair about this fight in the past. So I'm not really sure what that means. But I'm a little curious. See if we can figure it out. Maybe it's not a coincidence that it feels like it's a little bit easier to read what he's doing. That looks like a... Oh, I thought that was going to be a dash. Ooh, that was, I think, a dodge. As in, coming from the guaranteed, or not guaranteed. As in, I did not get out of the way. It was courtesy of our flat dodge chance. It's that move. Previously, I was not very good at reading it. It feels like it's become easier to read. Okay, hold on. Do this. Maybe this again. Don't love being right next to you when you have that. He will eventually start doing multi-hit combos. He hasn't really done that yet. I don't think he's on low enough health for that to be a thing. I'm trying to do this so we get our hex up, which is up, for what it's worth. We've not really tried doing this against Kronos before. Does that still freeze us? It does, even when we're in the hex mode. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's unbelievably unfortunate. That also feels a little bit cheap. Given how it was us coming out of our hex and coming out of the freeze and all that stuff, and then he basically just sniped us. He definitely does feel like some of his attacks are slower / easier to read, and those things are probably interrelated. Okay, that, I got stuck in the corner. That's just unfortunate. And I also got stuck there in an animation. That is happening a lot. In the past several runs. Getting stuck in animations, which I kind of get it, but on the other hand, there are other games that allow you to cancel out of animations, and it really feels like that is something that maybe should be a thing, at least more to a greater extent than it is right now. All right, Kronos can probably chain multiple combos now. I'm guessing. Yes, there is. 2-hit combo. I did not catch if that was 2 or 3 that time. That was 3. So I mean, the 3-hit combos are probably amongst the cheaper things. So that hasn't changed, or maybe it's less frequent, but I don't know. Okay. Oh, that was at least 2. It took him so long to get to the last part of the combo that I'm not sure if that was a separate third component or... Oh, okay. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Dash? Nope. Just 2 pieces. Oh, nope. There's a dash as well. Okay, that was 3. My dash button is permanently stuck down right now, and I could not dash. That's a controller failure, not a game failure or a lids failure. I quite literally could not press the dash button.
How long was I out?
Okay, so we had some moments there where it looked like we were in a pretty bad place and the run was not going to last long. Like, we were not sure we were going to make it even through the Fields of Morning. We managed to do that. We got back several Death Defiances, which probably did make a pretty big difference. We made it to the Kronos fight, and we did at least get rid of a little more than half his HP, I think, in the first phase. So still didn't make it to the second phase, which is really, I think, our threshold for what dictates a good run. So not great, but okay.
What have they done to Tartarus, Phrynos? It's not like how I heard.
Okay, and obviously, we're still looking for the one that sees all the way through and beats the second phase.
One of these nights you ought to ask Headmistress how she got this from the house.
I think they said they made it so that you could unbrood more quickly. It still feels like it lingers a little bit too long on that screen, though. And it does not let you leave it preemptively. Oh, what are these two doing here?
And there she is. Shouldn't you be halfway down to Tartarus by now?
I mean, we were in Tartarus, yes.
Princess, thank the fates you're well. Nemesis and I, we were just catching up. She's told me a lot about you.
Wait, are they... They're brother-sister, aren't they? They're both children of Nyx, I think?
Oh, great. I can imagine. Though, you never told me about your brother, Nemesis.
There you go.
Got a lot of brothers. What's to tell?
That is also true.
Sign when he shows up.
I'm afraid she's right.
4C? Oh, is that's from this, okay. Okay. It looked like we were talking to them when it came to foreseeing. We still have yet to have anyone who's willing to, to go into the hot springs with us, because we got rejected repeatedly last time.
I have an idea.
Oh, do we? We need nightshade for this. Cause locations you visit to sometimes contain an infernal trove. Treasure chests worth more the faster you slay the foes guarding them. Okay, that is a thing, yeah, in Hades 1. It's basically an optional, additional wave of enemies, and yes, the faster you kill them, the more rewards you get. Each trove will have a different type of reward. You can see what type it will be before you initiate it, but for example, could be something like coins. And the faster you defeat the wave of enemies, the more coins you get, or healing, stuff like that. Oh, this is what I really wanted, though. Okay, absolutely. Let's get the rich soil.
So mote it be.
That's a good trick.
So mote it be.
Because yes, we were in need of more plots. But we have an extra... Yeah, an extra nectar lying around. I don't think we want to gift to Hecate because we already have her keepsake.
Headmistress, if Olympus is besieged, then why am I not permitted on the surface? If I could aid the gods, then they could aid us even more.
Melinoi, however you complete the task is up to you. I have not barred you from the surface. But I caution, if you go, your strength shall fail you. Your birthright is to blame. No fault of yours.
I could explain further, but it would require pretty significant Hades 1 spoilers.
Born in the underworld, and here I'll stay, thank the fates. I don't intend to live up there, Do you know how long I'd even have?
I know your brother and father had a day at best ere they could not stand it any longer. Perhaps you're different, but don't count on it.
Okay.
A day at best.
Alright. Still waiting a long time.
This'll take a little while.
On this. Let's maybe wait before we see what, if anything, we want to actually purchase from the wretched broker.
Hey, where'd Hecuba and Gali scamper off to? I'd ask Headmistress, but she doesn't like it when I show even the slightest concern for her familiars. They're fine, Melinoi.
Oh, the little animals. Right, they did disappear recently.
Well, they probably are fine. Each on a little scouting expedition at my own behest, under the auspices of the Good Witch, of course. The Hound goes one way, the Polecat another.
Those little scouting expeditions always seem to last a while. I'll have to keep an eye out for them then.
Oh.
Where they're going, they shall appreciate seeing a friendly face.
I wonder if they are somewhere here in the house, or not the house, that's Hades 1, the crossroads. And we need to track them down, and I was just thinking, obviously we have Phrynos as a familiar right now, but those are Hecate's familiars, and maybe we could take one or two of them with us for future runs, because otherwise I have no idea who else is going to be a familiar.
Salutations.
Okay, let's nab this.
May I?
Let's nab this. Then let's check here, see if that changes anything, because apparently it does.
What to cast?
We can get that, although I just want to see, yeah, we do have some things that require Nightshade. So if we loaded up on more of that, we could get this, which does sound pretty cool. Gain the ability to sprint into any lone shades you encounter to turn them against your foes. So, if getting this slows the rate at which we get that, then I kind of feel like maybe we do prioritize that. And maybe we do make a point of planting Nightshade now. Store crossroad. Oh, right, we saw this. But we don't have a way to get garlic at the moment. And this is how we get the way up to the surface. And we can craft that missing piece if we really wanted to. We do have enough stuff to make it happen. Honestly, it is doable. It would use up most of our ash. But Psyche, we've plenty to spare. Same with fabric. But I've kind of been saying we're trying to defeat Kronos before we go to the surface. Eventually, we might need to compromise on that front, but let's see. Let's check first here. So we definitely have enough Nightshade seeds to... Oh, we've enough to fill all these with Nightshade spots. Maybe we do that, because if we do manage to get the spring, or rather the hot spring stuff to happen, that passes time, and it's something like 10 turns, 10 time, whatever this unit is officially called.
Grow and flourish.
And so that would be enough time for all these things to evolve. Then we can pick them and craft that thing that we want to craft. So maybe we see if now... Oh, someone will allow us... Okay, maybe this will work. Let's try.
I know it's a difficult time, Headmistress, but just in case, would you be interested in joining me for a brief while at the hot springs?
Please don't reject us. Everyone else has rejected us.
As much as I would enjoy basking in the springs, I've incantations to complete, wards to reinforce. No, I cannot. Not now.
No! Oh, man. Are we only allowed to do it after we finish a run or something like that? Like, defeat Kronos and have a successful run? Is that why everyone is rejecting us? So it's not a coincidence? Does not seem a suitable gift. No. Can we try gifting nectar to him? We could try.
So often has my sleep been racked with nightmares. Memories, perhaps, of when Headmistress took me in. If your dreams are troubled too, O sleep, you show no sign of it at least.
Any reaction?
Did he just... Have I tried what?
Huh? I did not catch if he was starting to kind of sort of hint at something.
Not a care in the world.
Right, so we did not get a keepsake out of it, and therefore you could make the case that that was a wasted nectar. Obviously, eventually we will get more, but we've gotten our highest priority one, so that was in part why I was willing to take a chance on it. But okay, I think we have a lot of stuff to work with here, at the very least. Because, yes, we have the Psyche to increase our grasp, so let's do that.
All in the mind.
We're up to 24. Not feasible for us to get up to 25, it doesn't seem. So also, for what it's worth, I did also notice some of these, particularly the new Arcana cards, they have conditions. It's not just the grasp cost. You also need to, in this case, have no more than 2 cards that use the same amount of grasp active. And I think that is currently the case, and that's why perhaps we were able to get that duo boon for the previous run, although it didn't end up being that much of a difference maker, to be honest with you. I thought there was 1 or 2 more that I saw. Activate cards that use 1 through 5, so we need to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And no repeats. Or only 1 repeat of the same number allowed. Which does make it tricky to meet all those criteria, and that perhaps starts to explain why, you know, it's not all that straightforward to just activate absolutely everything Oh, and this one, the one that activates 3 random inactive Arcana cards, this, I think I was looking at, you can only use this if you have activated no more than 3 cards, and that's how this is balanced. Because otherwise, if you had half the cards already unlocked, then very quickly you would have truly everything ready to go through Judgment. But I don't think we're about to get that, because we have no idea how to purchase that. Could get extra damage against foes afflicted by multiple curses. I kind of want to get this just to... Oh, well, it would unlock, or make this revealed. But it would not reveal this, I don't think. It doesn't show you the diagonal cards, does it? X charges up automatically, as though you used... Oh! Ooh. If you're doing a dedicated Hex run, that could be really good, especially early on, when you probably don't have great magic restoration. You get your Hex ready to go without even spending any magic. The downside is you definitely don't want to build your Hex around giving you passive bonuses when your Hex is not yet ready, which we have done on some prior occasions, but you know, if you're doing a dedicated Hex run, you're probably not building around that anyway. That's more so when you're not trying to do a Hex run, you happen to get a Selene boon, and so you just want to be intentional about that. That could be worth throwing on. Otherwise, oh, I mean, that's another way to truly restore magic. Not a huge fan of the rerolls, or at least I haven't used them that much. Either it's obviously not much in Hades 2 and not much in Hades 1 either, to be honest, or at least I didn't use them very aggressively. So, I don't have a super strong opinion there. Well, you have no more than 30% health, you take less damage, and deal more damage. You can't afford it, though. I think we take this, in part just to reveal this card. In Guardian encounters, you take 0 damage the first 1 times you are hit. Ooh. Upgrade that again, so you don't take damage the first 2 or possibly even 3 times once you upgrade it a couple of times. And that could be pretty significant, because those mini-bosses tend to take a fair bit off of our life bars, and sometimes they're unavoidable. Sometimes we voluntarily go after them, but we had at least a few occasions on this run where we had no choice. So that could be a really nice option. So yeah, I don't think we're going to activate this right now, but when we are choosing to make a dedicated Hex run, that is now a tool we have available to us. Okay, we have an extra Grasp to burn. However, if we activate almost anything else, I think we're going to break this. Because we have 2 things on Grasp 1, 2 things on Grasp 2. We only have 1 thing on Grasp 3. Okay, no, I take it back. Only 1 that's active, at least. So if we were to upgrade this and Hex 4, or Grasp 4, we only have 1. Okay, so we could upgrade a 3 into a 4. We could swap this and get that. I mean, this. We have upgraded and is now pretty sweet. So I'm not really all that keen on dropping it. I think we might just stay with 1 unused Grasp right now and just kind of wait it out until we happen to get a little bit more Grasp. Then we're going to have to continue to bear this in mind, but that's just another layer to consider when we're looking at our Arcana cards. I mean, we could also look at upgrading them further, but I think we're going to wait, in all likelihood, until we see this come in. Can we check how much it's worth? I know it's moon dust, and it's a pretty decent quantity of moon dust, but I don't remember exactly how much. We could obviously purchase some directly there, but I think it might be as much as 8? Maybe that's wishful thinking? Okay, and the axe is the next one, next weapon, with the bone bonus. So I suppose that means we probably will take this on the next run.
The old storage case. So it's an heirloom from my family.
That it is, and for as long as I can recollect. Look upon it knowing that the burden which you bear, you need not bear alone. Plus, it'll keep your keepsakes all in one handy spot.
A symbol of the gift-giving custom of Olympus, then. A tradition that now falls to us.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. Oh, wow, wait. Why are we so fast? Even with the axe. Huh? Is it just me? Or is this faster than usual from the sprint? And overall. Huh? Am I going crazy here? This feels faster. But we had this active before. It's not like that's new. Huh. I don't know. Well, anyways, I think this is a good place for us to wrap up here. We, let's see, the previous run, yeah, we made it to Kronos. We were able to bounce back from some pretty major hiccups. I think that was perhaps the biggest thing. Yes, bailed out a little bit by some of the death defiances that we were able to get back. Good to know that that is possible to get them back from a few other sources we might not have seen until that previous run. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.